back then, that's really all I had for Atlas. Another demo kinda doomed to collect dust on the shelf. But with Honkai's song contest coming through, I thought it could be worth pushing a little bit further. At that time, I was really out of ideas to the point where I tried to find a simple lead tune for hours just to end up sounding a little too much like that guy. So yeah, I just deleted that section and worked on something else just to, yeah. I clearly needed help, so Aqua was nice enough to come in and help by giving the track actual personality this time. If you hear like any doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, that's all Aqua. And I'm not even mentioning the piano intro chops and other crazy stuff. They're one of my favorite producers I've had the chance to work with, and I really feel super lucky to even say I got a chance to make a track together. Some of you guys were apparently already familiar with Reno from previous works we've done together, and it was really nice to read the comments on the music video about how much you enjoyed our vocals. Sometimes I really doubt my songwriting skills. Like, if you're being real, the line between cool and cringe lyrics is often like so thin, it's pretty insane. But when the stuff you write is sung by someone that good, you have to feel a little bit better about yourself. I think this is a pretty good time to introduce Kaya, who was our sound engineer for the track. It was my first time working with him, but I was really impressed with his work. The track was really busy in terms of instrument, and I got a bit worried that it would be hard to add in Reno's vocals without it sounding a little bit muddy. But the way he processed everything was so clear and so clean that honestly, I was like, oh, how do you do that? I feel like mixing is often a bit of a thankless task because I would say your average listener doesn't really perceive that sort of stuff and how important it is, but it's really what glues everything together in the end. Davis is the kind of violinist who scares me a little bit because I'll send him something like this as a draft. But then him and Aqua would just send back stuff like this. I have this image in my mind of him smiling at me while showing off his middle finger. Cause like, what is this? Having Clay and Pursu on the same team kind of feels like getting a winning lottery ticket worth millions at that point. I think there's many amazing artists and visual creatives out there, but it's really rare to get that sort of synergy. They're able to bring out the track's personality by embracing imperfection, I would say. Like adding texture, grain, using a low frame rate, and many other things that I think are often overlooked. I remember asking Pursu if she was interested in working with us on this. You know, pitching her that we should be fine with a reduced number of illustrations and a style that doesn't necessarily need complex rendering, only for her to paint a fucking mural. Like, what is wrong with these people? And yeah, I projected that onto my wall for no reason at all, but it looks really cool. Clay really managed to pick through the illustrations layers and added so much character into the video that way. There's so many cool aesthetic and lore related details in the MV that I can't show everything right here, but I guess that's a good excuse for me to chill it a tiny bit and ask you guys to go and watch that. As much as I'm talking about them a little bit briefly here, it really does amount to how fucking hard everyone worked on this, and I just hope they know I'm so thankful for what they did. If you enjoyed the track enough and you would like to go the extra mile to support us, the voting for the contest is currently open for all. I'll put all the information for that as well as the credits for the entire team in the description. I don't really get a chance to talk to you guys directly that often, but the past 4 years have been a blast and a bit of a blur, I have to say, but I don't want to take that for granted, so thank you so much for that. I would not be able to do any of this without you guys.
Oh, when your days run out of sight, all my reasons to seek lies, it was all my tears and cries, so I'll survive.